When we thought the House vote to release the Epstein files would be the last pin to be pulled, we were wrong. Another striking and new revelation involves an alleged attempt by Epstein to broker a meeting between Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi and former Trump strategist Steve Bannon in mid-2019, just weeks before Epstein's arrest. The emails suggest Epstein pushed for this meeting at a time when India-Israel relations were rapidly accelerating, and when Bannon was becoming one of the most vocal anti-China figures in US conservative politics. According to House Oversight Committee documents, the person Epstein was texting in May 2019 is redacted. But DropSite News reports that the details, including references to Kazakhstan, Chris Kobach, Brian Kolfage, and a non-profit board chairmanship, closely match Steve Bannon's travel and affiliations at the time. On May 23, 2019, the day Prime Minister Modi won re-election, Bannon reportedly messaged Epstein.
I'm doing a 1-hour show for India on Modi while here, bringing American Hindu guys with us.
Epstein replied,
His focus wants to be stopping China.
1 week later, Bannon appeared on India's news channel WION, speaking extensively about Modi, US-India strategy, and China's economic rise. DropSite reports that Epstein pressed again. Epstein.
I consent. You should meet with Modi.
Bannon.
Please.
Epstein.
When can you do it?
Bannon, who had been fired from the Trump White House 2 years earlier, still retained influence in conservative politics and continued advising Trump informally. DropSite notes that Bannon did not respond to their request for comment. According to the communications obtained by the House Oversight Committee and reviewed by DropSite, the day after their conversation, Epstein wrote another message encouraging Bannon to push ahead. He referenced Bannon's anti-China stance and said,
My guy said to tell you that you are missing a great opportunity. Look at your underwear. It either says made in China or made in India. How is it possible that you guys don't understand shared goals?
Hours later, Epstein sent another message that DropSite quotes as saying,
Modi on board.
Modi's office did not respond to DropSite's request for comment. These exchanges were happening during a period of deepening ties between New Delhi and Tel Aviv. According to DropSite's reporting and archives from Sai Parai after state visits in 2017 and 2018, India signed major arms procurement deals with Israel, including advanced anti-tank and surface-to-air missile systems. Today, India is the largest buyer of Israeli weapons, and these purchases have continued even during the Israel-Gaza conflict. DropSite also reports that archived calendars show Epstein corresponding about India-Israel strategic matters with a powerful Indian billionaire who had a joint venture with a state-owned Israeli defense firm identified through email metadata as Anil Ambani, chairman of Reliance Group. In March 2017, someone whose name was redacted asked Epstein for details on Modi's planned US visit. Epstein reportedly responded that the trip was part of Israel's strategy and that internal debates were delaying confirmation. DropSite cites a March 30, 2017 email from an account linked to Anil Ambani. Ambani forwarded a Business Standard article and wrote, Dear Jeffrey, info BR Anil. Epstein allegedly replied, India Israel key, not for email. Ambani did not respond to DropSite's request for comment. Beyond these interactions, DropSite reports that Epstein's private calendars, released by the House Oversight Committee, list multiple appointments with current Indian Cabinet Minister Hardeep Singh Puri between 2014 and 2017. These meetings took place after Epstein's prior conviction, and during a time when he was involved in various global dealings connected to Israeli interests. Puri, a former president of the UN Security Council, met Epstein at least 5 times. Some meetings included Tara Rod Larson, a Norwegian diplomat and close associate of Epstein. Rod Larson had, separately, also been connected to Epstein's efforts to broker security arrangements involving Israel and Mongolia, according to earlier drop site reporting. In September 2014, Epstein emailed former Obama White House counsel Catherine Roomler. This email resurfaced on Indian social media recently after Puri's name appeared in a list of public figures Epstein mentioned in the thread. One line in the email, "Girls? Careful, I will renew an old habit," led to speculation online that Epstein was referring to trafficking. DropSite clarifies that this interpretation appears incorrect. The line was part of a separate internal joke between Epstein and Roomler, not related to the individuals listed. A senior BJP leader also publicly stated that there is no reference whatsoever to anyone being supplied with girls. Puri has not responded to DropSite's questions. But the emails confirm that Epstein was engaged in backchannel discussions involving Indian geopolitics during the years of Modi's growing global presence and India's deepening ties with Israel. Epstein died in a Manhattan jail in August 2019. 1 month later, Prime Minister Modi appeared with President Donald Trump at a rally in Houston. At that event, Modi used the phrase,
अब की बार ट्रंप सरकार.
The comment was widely debated at the time as a possible political endorsement. For now, the newly released documents from DropSite News, distributed denial of secrets and House oversight add to the complex, still unresolved picture of Jeffrey Epstein's dealings around the world. What remains unclear is what Epstein sought, who he was working for, and why he was engaging with political power centers across India, Israel, the US, and beyond.